On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. Here's Austin. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Rodgers. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I know any coach would take 2nd and 3 all day. You think you're in pretty good shape. Instead, after 2 runs, though, they're at 4th and 1. Didn't pick it up.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains. This defense, the challenge was accepted. Here's Matthew Hayball now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Throwing now is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
As this complete to Woods. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now it's Rodgers. And Wilson with it, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a first down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Woods. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On the give, it's Warren. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They're going to look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Wilson snags it left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down. Up the middle, Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Now, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2nd down and 3. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Rodgers punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one taken in by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They try the left side with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
3rd down and 13. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Olave motioning to the left. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down. Olave motioning to the left. 2nd and 6. Gets this complete to Shaheed. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to throw again. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Akers is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hard to envision a more determined run than what we just saw right there. He was not going to be denied.
He certainly was not, because a lot of times we talk about second effort on runs down near the goal line. This one was second effort, third effort, fourth effort, a whole lot of efforts. And he worked his way into the end zone. What a determined run.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The pass caught by Olave. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now Austin. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Rodgers going to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. trying to find Calvin Austin. And it's second down. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Rodgers now to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A give. This is Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Back to throw again. And he'll find Moreau here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So after the field goal, back out is Grupe to send this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Completes it to Austin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 21-17. A minute 46 to go. The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal. Now Rodgers. Steps away to his... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints. Trailing in this one now. A minute 38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his target. It's Olave. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here's second down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It gets this complete to Shaheed, and he goes out right around the 39. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.